King's King Edward VII school community. Happy New Year, and I trust that 2021 will bring you all a great deal of happiness, wonderful prosperity, and we trust that 2021 will also see some enormous progress in terms of COVID-19 vaccinations, and hopefully it will signal the end or the nearing of the end of this terrible virus and the dire effect it has had on all of us, both as a community, a country, and the world at large. Firstly, I would like to take an opportunity to pass on my sincerest condolences to all our families who've been adversely affected by COVID over this festive season, in addition to the Van der Vyver family who suffered the tragic loss of a loving father and wonderful husband late last year. COVID-19 has certainly affected all of us in some shape or form, and my heart goes out to all of you who have suffered as a consequence of this. 2020 was certainly a challenging year, but a year that was made that much easier by the fortitude and the coming together of our entire school community. And I wish to once again express my heartfelt thanks to the entire community for their wonderful support that was offered to the school and to myself over a very challenging 9-month period. Sadly, it would appear that 2021 is not going to be that much different. As we all know, the country has now been entered into lockdown level 3 for some weeks, and despite vain appeals from the health services and the president of the country, the second wave appears to go on unabated. And each and every day we are seeing an increase in infections and sadly an increase in the death rate. I would just like to urge all our families to heed the call of the health professionals and to continue to observe all our protocols that we should by now be well aware of, and I reiterate that of social distancing and where possible at 2 meters, continuing wearing of masks in public spaces, that we follow our hygiene protocols, particularly that of hands and hand hygiene, washing hands regularly, sanitizing our hands regularly, and observing the necessary cough and sneeze etiquette. It is vitally important that as a school community, over the next 2 weeks prior to school starting, we begin to back off our social engagements, that we call our young men to order, and that we ensure that they are observing all these necessary protocols, not only at home, but also when they leave home. We cannot afford to start the year with mass infections, and I just want to urge all our parents to make sure that we, over the next 2 weeks, get on top of all these issues, and that where any of our boys are showing any sign or symptoms relative to COVID, please go and have them tested. I urge you to do this, and I share with you that I speak from experience. As I talk to you right now, I am COVID positive, as are 2 other of my members of my family. This despite us staying together as a family unit, as a nuclear unit over most of the holidays. We'd like to believe that we've been observing the necessary protocols. Somehow, somewhere, we have contracted the virus. Fortunately, we are largely asymptomatic, although waking up in the morning, I must say, I feel like I've been run over by a bus, not once but twice. But fortunately, our health is not too bad. We are in isolation and quarantine for the next 10 days. And I just therefore urge all of us to please take this virus, if we haven't been, very, very seriously. At this stage, school will still reopen as per our advertised times. The staff will be back en masse on Monday the 25th of January, and our boarders will return on that Monday afternoon as well as per the advertised times, and then all the boys will return to school at this stage on Tuesday the 26th of January. Should any of these times or dates change, we will correspond with you via email and or via D6. So please can I urge all our parents to once again ensure that we have your appropriate contact details, that if for any reason your email address has changed, then please access EdAdmin and change your email appropriately, or contact my office via Lynn Dale and please send her your updated contact details. This is critically important, as is our parents registering on the D6, as this is the method that we use to push out communication. I would also ask and urge that once again, we don't react to social media, but rather react to official communication from my office that will come to you via email and or the D6 and will be posted on an official school letterhead. We look forward to a challenging year in 2021. We know that the school and the staff have now gained the expertise to drive our processes no matter what challenges we will face this year. We will continue to teach both online as and when is necessary using our Google Classrooms, but we are hoping that by and large we will have face-to-face contact time at school, and that we saw in the last 3 months that even with operating at 100%, this is very possible, and we maintain a social distance of just over 1 meter in all of our classrooms. We are also hoping and praying that there will be some form of extracurricular activities this year, but as we know in lockdown level 3, a lot of sport and a lot of activities have been curtailed, and once we have more information at hand and as the departmental offices reopen and we find out more details, we will continue to share that with you. I wish you a wonderful 2021, and I know that as a collective, and if we all work together, we can ensure that your sons and you as families are afforded the best education that you can deserve. You certainly deserve that, and we as a school will endeavour to do everything we can to ensure that our boys and our community are taught to the best of our ability, that our boys are extended and challenged, and that they are able to achieve the very best for themselves, and that they will have a fruitful and rewarding year. Take care, stay safe, observe the necessary protocols, and I look forward to engaging with you over the coming weeks and coming months. Take care, and God bless you all.